On Christmas Eve, 1945, a fire destroyed the Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The tragedy was compounded by the disappearance of 5 of the 10 Sodder children. The case remains one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries in American history. This is the story of the Sodder children's disappearance, a haunting and disturbing tale that continues to fascinate and horrify us to this day. The fire that destroyed the Sodder home was reported at around 1 a.m. on Christmas morning. But it was what happened before and after the fire that has led to decades of speculation and investigation. The Sodder family was an Italian immigrant family, struggling to make a new life for themselves in America. George and Jenny Sodder had 10 children, ranging in age from 2 to 14, and they lived in a small, rural home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The family was known to be close-knit and loving, with a strong sense of tradition and faith. Christmas was a special time for the Sodders, and they had been looking forward to a joyous holiday season. But on Christmas Eve, 1945, their world was turned upside down. A fire destroyed their home, and 5 of their children vanished into thin air. In the months leading up to the fire, George Sodder had been receiving threatening letters and visits from an insurance salesman who was trying to sell him a policy. The salesman, who was reportedly pushy and aggressive, had been making veiled threats against the Sodder family if they did not purchase a policy. George had been hesitant to buy, but the salesman's persistence had begun to wear him down. Some investigators have suggested that the fire may have been intentionally set to collect the insurance money. This theory has been disputed, but it remains a possibility that cannot be ruled out. The Sodder family was a hard-working and honest family, but they were struggling to make ends meet. George worked multiple jobs to provide for his family, and Jenny took in sewing and laundry to make extra money. Despite their struggles, the family was happy and close-knit, with a strong sense of love and loyalty. But the threats from the insurance salesman had created tension and anxiety in the household. It was a tension that would ultimately prove to be fatal. On Christmas Eve, 1945, a fire was reported at the Sodder family home at around 1 a.m. The fire department took 7 hours to respond to the call, and when they finally arrived, the home was fully engulfed in flames. The fire was so intense that it destroyed much of the house, leaving little but ashes and rubble. But it was what happened before the fire that has raised so many questions. The phone lines had been cut before the fire, and a ladder that was normally kept outside the house had disappeared. It was as if someone had been trying to prevent the family from escaping. The fire was a devastating blow to the Sodder family, but it was only the beginning of their tragedy. When the fire was finally extinguished, George and Jenny Sodder began searching for their children. But 5 of them were nowhere to be found. The search efforts were extensive, but no bodies were ever recovered. No bones, no teeth, no remains of any kind. It was as if the 5 children had vanished into thin air. The investigation into the fire and the disappearance of the Sodder children was extensive, but it yielded few leads. The fire department concluded that the fire was accidental, but many questions remained unanswered. The case was reopened in 1968, when a mysterious photo surfaced that appeared to show 2 of the missing children. The photo was authenticated, but it led to nothing. The case remains unsolved to this day. The investigation was hampered by the destruction of the home and the lack of evidence. The fire had destroyed much of the physical evidence, and the family's belongings were scattered or destroyed. But George Sodder was determined to find out what had happened to his children. He spent years investigating the case, and in 1960, he dug up the site of the burned-out house himself. But he found nothing. No bones, no teeth, no remains of any kind. For decades, George and Jenny Sodder kept a billboard on the side of the road in Fayetteville, West Virginia, with the photos of their missing children. The billboard became a symbol of their love and their determination to find out what had happened to their children. In 1968, a mysterious photo surfaced that appeared to show 2 of the missing children. The photo was authenticated, but it led to nothing. The billboard remained in place for many years, a poignant reminder of the Sodder children's disappearance. It was a symbol of the family's love and their refusal to give up hope. But as the years went by, the billboard became a relic of a bygone era. It was eventually removed, but the memory of the Sodder children's disappearance lives on. The disappearance of the Sodder children on Christmas Eve, 1945, remains one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries in American history. The case is a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of tragedy. The Sodder family's story is a testament to the power of love and the enduring mystery of the human experience. The case of the Sodder children's disappearance is a deeply disturbing one. It raises questions about human nature and the darkness that lurks within us. It is a reminder that even in the most seemingly ordinary families, tragedy can strike at any moment. And it is a reminder that some mysteries may never be solved. If you're interested in more true crime stories and unsolved mysteries, be sure to subscribe to Cold Files. We're committed to bringing you the most fascinating and haunting stories from history, and we're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. The disappearance of the Sodder children is a case that continues to fascinate and horrify us to this day. It is a reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, but it is also a testament to the power of love and the enduring mystery of the human experience. We hope that you've enjoyed this video, and we look forward to sharing more true crime stories with you in the future.